Uncharted is an American action-adventure third-person shooter platform video game series developed by Naughty Dog and published by Sony Computer Entertainment for PlayStation consoles. The series follows modern-day treasure hunter Nate Drake, senior treasure hunter and mentor Victor Sullivan Sully, journalist Elena Fisher, and numerous secondary companions whom they will come to meet and recruit as they travel around the world to uncover various historical mysteries. The series includes Uncharted, Drake's Fortune, its sequel Uncharted 2, Among Thieves, and second sequel Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception. Among Thieves is the highest-rated title of the series so far, currently standing as the third highest-rated PlayStation 3 title on Metacritic, and won numerous Game of the Year awards. There are also Uncharted, Golden Abyss and Uncharted, Fight for Fortune for Sony's PlayStation Vita handheld system. A film adaptation has been announced. Your next main installment, Uncharted 4, A Thief's End, will be released exclusively on the PlayStation 4. The series has sold 17 million copies worldwide as of April 2012. Setting: Uncharted, Drake's Fortune sees Drake travel to the Amazon and an uncharted island off the coast of South America. Uncharted 2, Among Thieves explores the snow-capped mountain landscapes of Tibet, a museum in Istanbul, the jungles of Borneo and the urban landscapes of Nepal. Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception sees Drake through a number of locations, including the streets of London and Colombia, a car Saint-Ouen in France, a castle in Syria, a city in Yemen and the sprawling deserts of the Rub al-Khali. Gameplay. Gameplay in the Uncharted series is a combination of action-adventure elements and 3D platforming with a third-person perspective. Platforming elements allow Nate to jump, swim, grab and move along ledges, climb and swing from ropes, and perform other acrobatic actions that allow players to make their way through the many challenges that Nate will have to face. Although a wide variety of weapons are present in the game, the player can only carry a sidearm, a primary weapon such as a rifle or shotgun, and a handful of grenades. These weapons are obtained by picking up weapons dropped by a downed foe or from those scattered around the various maps. Multiplayer gameplay, both competitive and cooperative, was introduced in the sequel, Uncharted 2, Among Thieves. The co-op multiplayer allows up to 3 players to take the roles of Drake and 2 other hero companions and features missions involving gunfights, platforming, and teamwork-based objectives. Players can also assist their comrades if they become critically injured or if they are grabbed by an enemy. The competitive multiplayer allows a maximum of 10 players to play against each other in 2 teams of 5. 6 competitive modes are featured: Deathmatch, Plunder, Team Objective, 3-Team Deathmatch, Hardcore and Free-for-all. Deathmatch features 2 teams of 5, with one team acting as heroes and the other as villains. Players can choose their own appropriate character models. As players accrue points and rank up, they can purchase more skins for both heroes and villains. Games, Main Series, Uncharted, Drake's Fortune. Uncharted, Drake's Fortune, the first in the series, combines action-adventure and platform elements with a third-person perspective to chart the journey of protagonist Nathan Drake, supposed descendant of the explorer Sir Francis Drake, as he seeks the lost treasure of El Dorado in South America with the help of journalist Elena Fisher and mentor Victor Sullivan, though they are pursued relentlessly by both pirates led by Eddie Raja and later on by a group of mercenaries led by Gabriel Roman and Atok Navarro, the former whom Sully is indebted to. Uncharted 2, Among Thieves. Uncharted 2, Among Thieves takes Drake on a journey across Nepal and the Himalayas in a search for the lost city of Shambhala. It reunites most of the cast from the first game, such as Elena Fisher and Victor Sullivan, and introduces the stealth mechanic and new characters Chloe Fraser, Harry Flynn, and Zoran Lazarevia, a Serbian war criminal and the game's primary antagonist. The second game also introduces a multiplayer mode to the series. Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception. Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception is the third game in the series, and, like its previous installments, is a PlayStation 3 exclusive action-adventure platform video game developed by Naughty Dog and published by Sony Computer Entertainment. It was released in November 2011. The story focuses on Nate's relationship with his mentor and father figure, Victor Sullivan, and has him searching for a legendary lost city that will ultimately take him to the Arabian Peninsula and the vast wasteland of the Rub al-Khali Desert, in search of a OEIRAM of the Pillars a Euro. Elena Fisher and Chloe Fraser feature again but with smaller roles, and the game introduces new characters such as Charlie Cutter and Salim, Nate's newest allies, and Catherine Marlowe, Talbot and Rameses who serve as the game's main antagonists. Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. Uncharted 4, A Thief's End is the fourth game in the series and is a PlayStation 4 exclusive action-adventure platform video game developed by Naughty Dog and published by Sony Computer Entertainment. It will be released in 2015. It will focus on Nate, now a retired fortune hunter, getting forced back in the world of Thieves. He will embark on a globe-trotting journey in pursuit of a historical conspiracy behind a fabled pirate treasure. Euro unregistered trademark as his greatest adventure yet and will test his physical limits, his resolve, and ultimately what Euro unregistered trademark as willing to sacrifice to save the ones he loves. Other games, Uncharted, Golden Abyss. Uncharted, Golden Abyss is a title for Sony's PS Vita. It was developed by SCE Bend Studio, with development being overseen by Naughty Dog. It was released first in Japan on December 17, 2011. The release date in North America and Europe was February 22, 2012. The game's events take place sometime before those of Drake's Fortune, though developers have stated that it is not a prequel to Drake's Fortune, but rather a separate original story. Uncharted, Fight for Fortune. In November, the Australian Classification Board database showed the rating for a game titled Uncharted, Fight for Fortune, seemingly developed by the virtually unknown One Loop Games. Later that month, it was confirmed that Sony Bend was developing the game and that it would be an action-adventure turn-based card game. It was released on December 4, 2012 through PlayStation Network exclusively for the Vita. Other media, Uncharted, Drake's Trail. Drake's Trail is a now-defunct 2007 online game. Consisting of 10 chapters, the story, serving as a prequel to Drake's Fortune, recounts journalist Elena Fisher hiring a private detective to track down famous treasure hunter Nathan Drake believing he is onto something big. Uncharted, Eye of Indra. On October 22, 2009 Sony Computer Entertainment America released the first of a four-part series adventure called Uncharted, Eye of Indra. It is a prequel to Uncharted, Drake's Fortune. The second part was released on November 25, 2009, while the third and fourth parts released simultaneously on December 7, 2009. Uncharted, Drake's Fortune, a motion comic adaptation of the prologue of Uncharted, Drake's Fortune, starting with the discovery of Francis Drake's coffin and up to the first encounter with Gabriel Roman. Uses the same voice clips from the video game. Uncharted, Drake's Journal, Inside the Making of Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception, a behind-the-scenes book featuring the motion capture and artwork for Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception, written by Nathan Drake voice and mocap actor, Nolan North. It also features bios of the game's cast and crew at Naughty Dog, as well as QR codes for exclusive video clips of the game. Uncharted, The Fourth Labyrinth, a novel released in October 2011. The novel is written by Christopher Golden and published by Del Rey Books, and will supposedly follow the search for the Daedalus' Labyrinth, a maze used to hold the Minotaur, a monster from Greek mythology. Del Rey is the publisher of other Sony-based novels, such as Resistance, The Gathering Storm, and the God of War novel. Comic book. On July 19, 2011, Sony announced that an Uncharted comic book would be released by DC Comics around the time Uncharted 3 came out. It is written by Joshua Williamson, with art by Sergio Sandoval and covers by Adam Hughes. It was released on November 30, 2011, as part of a 6-issue miniseries. A quest for the legendary Amber Room launches Nathan Drake on a journey to the center of the Earth. Film adaptation. Film producer Avi Arad has stated that he is working with a division of Sony to develop the film adaptation of Uncharted. In response to a question posed to Richard LeMarchand, lead game designer of Naughty Dog, On whether he would like to see a film adaptation of Uncharted, he replied no comment. Since then, Columbia Pictures has confirmed that an Uncharted film is being developed. It is to be written by Joshua Oppenheimer and Thomas Dean Donnelly and produced by Avi Arad, Charles Roven, and Alex Gartner. As of June 30, 2009, it was confirmed that the Uncharted film has been in development for the last year and a half. Nathan Fillion has expressed interest in playing Nathan Drake, and started a campaign on Twitter to encourage fans to support him in this endeavor. In a recent interview, Naughty Dog told PlayStation University how close they really are with the development of the movie and that they have trust with all who are working on it. On October 8 it was announced by Doug Belgrad and Matt Holmge, presidents of Columbia Pictures, that David O. Russell has been set to write and direct Columbia Pictures' Uncharted, Drake's Fortune, an action-adventure based upon the first game in the series. The film would be produced by Avi Arad, Charles Roven, and Alex Gartner. Following a screening of David O. Russell's film, The Fighter, he was approached by a fan of the Uncharted series who asked whether or not he had considered Nathan Fillion for the role of Nathan Drake for the upcoming film due to the high number of requests for him to fulfill the role. Russell was unaware of the interest in Fillion and who he was and seemed to quickly dismiss the idea. On November 24, 2010, an interview with Mark Wahlberg was published by MTV with the actor discussing his involvement in the film adaptation of the popular franchise. He states that David O. Russell is currently writing the script and is excited for what he has in store, hoping to shoot in the middle of 2011. "I'm obviously in whatever David wants to do, but the idea of it is so off the charts, De Niro being my father, Pesci being my uncle. It's not going to be the watered-down version, that's for sure." On May 26, 2011, it was reported that David O. Russell had dropped out from directing the video game film, with a new screenwriter being sought by Columbia Pictures. On July 6, Variety reported that Neil Berger was stepping in for David O. Russell. Berger landed the offer after the studio and producers Avi Arad, Charles Roven and Alex Gartner sparked to his new take on the pick. Berger spoke out about the film in July, saying the following: "We're rewriting the script from scratch, and I'm just jumping into that literally right now, about to close the deal and leap off. Until the screenplay is written, you never know who's going to be acting in it or not. But there are a lot of good actors out there who even look like Nathan Drake and who could do it. I love the project, I think it's a great adventure and it's a wild, insane ride. The game is and the movie will be. I mean, it has pretty great character at its core. Nathan is a bit of a con man, a hustler. Knows his stuff, ballsy, it's great. Absolutely. And then you have to do what a movie does best, as well. Build on what's cool about the game and then make it into a movie. Yeah, there will be in this one. This one is a very great adventure, and it's just a matter of pulling out the sick, very cool and tense stuff that works for the film story, and making sure the story supports those elements and also makes us really connected to the character." On August 23, 2012, Berger dropped out to work on another film and the studio has hired the husband and wife team of Marianne and Cormac Wibbly to rewrite the film. In an interview with IGN, Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg were asked to write the film multiple times, but have declined all of them. On February 4, 2014, Deadline report that Seth Gordon will direct the film. Director Seth Gordon set the film to begin shoot in early 2015. The film is scheduled for release on June 10, 2016. Characters. Main series, other titles, other media, including a comic, have contributed to the Uncharted series. A handheld game and a film adaptation is also in production, the cast of which is not yet known, though 3 actors are in talks to playing certain characters. Reception. The Uncharted series has received worldwide critical acclaim from reviewers and gamers. The first game in the series, Uncharted, Drake's Fortune, received numerous positive reviews from critics with a total of 89.67% on Game Rankings and 88/100 on Metacritic. The second title in the series, Uncharted 2, Among Thieves, has been met with much higher acclaim than the first title in the series, garnering a total score of 96.38% on Game Rankings and 96/100 on Metacritic. The second title has also received numerous awards such as Overall Game of the Year of 2009 from IGN as well as Overall Game of the Year from the Spike Video Game Awards 2009. The Uncharted series has sold over 17 million copies worldwide. References. External links, official website, Sony Computer Entertainment official website.